Yo, what's poppin'? We back with some more of it, and we got Jay Diggs. Now, Jay Diggs explains the whole fallout between him and Blue DaVinci, how it happened, when it happened, and basically where everything is at now between the two. Look, man, we know Blue DaVinci has linked up with Wack 100. Look, I ain't even gonna hold y'all too much longer. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's go.
Yeah, that's irrelevant, my nigga. That's that rap. I'm not worried about that, man.
Okay.
I'm only addressing this. I'm only really, I don't really be doing this. It's my first time on Clubhouse. I don't really be doing this social media shit like that, man. But I'm gonna address this. You feel me? Because the only reason why I'm addressing what Blue said is because he, first of all, he got my name in his mouth on the interviews, and he being disrespectful at the same time. He might have could have got past if he wasn't so disrespectful. But I'm gonna keep it 100. You feel me? So that song you just played, that was actual true story. Oh, first of all, let me explain to you. Me and Blue were definitely friends. That was like my little brother. I ran around the country with him. I did his whole BMF tour with him. Me, six of my and BMF hit the road for 2.5 months and ran all over this country from Detroit, California, Miami, and back. And at the end of the tour, well, while we was on the tour, is when Blue Indictment came out. Literally, was when his indictment came out while we was on the tour. So we ended the tour in the Bay Area, which is where I'm from. And when we ended the tour in the Bay Area, we sent the tour bus back to LA, and Blue and several members from BMF came to my house and stayed at my house, man. And for an extensive time, let's just say that.
Yo, so that right there is facts. The tour did end in the Bay. Um, Blue did live with Diggs. It's like you seen Diggs, you saw Blue. And not only Blue, it was a couple of Blue homies too that was also here with Blue. So that right there is facts. Let's get back into it.
And so me and Blue was real close. That was my bro. We ran all over. We did all type. He was up under my movement at that time. And when brought up with, which is we was in Vegas. We was in Vegas. We finally went to jail. We was in Vegas. It was a Magic weekend when the feds got on Blue, Magic show. And when he went to jail, he called me. I go jump on a plane and go visit Blue in Atlanta. They transport him to Atlanta. I go visit. That's how much I with him. Go visit him in the jail. Do all this. So the day Blue got his time, the day Blue got his time, Blue called me like he always do. What's up, bro? I just got my time today. Okay, what they end up giving you? They gave me 5 years. I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, they gave me my safety valve, all that, right? So now here I am, like, safety valve. Wow. I know what a safety valve is, so I'm trying to figure it out, first of all. But not 5 minutes into that conversation, I get another phone call. The phone call is from Baby J, BMF. Baby J say, Diggs, I got Meech on the phone. Meech want to talk to you. I say, click him in. I got Blue on the other line. Meech click in on this line. Meech come right in. Diggs, what's up with it, bro? Woo woo. Say, Blue went to court today, right? I say, yeah, I know. He say, look, I love Blue like he a little brother, but Blue is a rat bastard. Them was his exact words. I didn't change not one word. Them was his exact words out of Big Meech's mouth. Just tell me, he said, you can tell Blue. I click back over to Blue and tell Blue exactly what Meech said. Blue, I got Meech on the other line. Meech just called you a rat bastard. So Blue said, oh, no, I ain't told on nobody. I ain't woo, 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 this, woo, woo, woo. So I'm going back and forth with Blue and Meech over this whole situation with him calling him a rat bastard. Now, Meech never once said that Blue got on the stand and pointed nobody out and did none of this. Meech's biggest thing at that time was Blue debriefed. Now, anybody that know anything about the feds know that if you take a safety valve, which was Blue deal, he already said he take a safety valve. He took a safety valve. If you know what a safety valve is, and I'm gonna read to you, right? There's 5 things in a safety valve in order to get a safety valve. Now, I'm gonna read this straight from the safety valve paper. It says no one was harmed during your offense. The person has little or no history of criminal conviction. The person did not use violence or a gun. The person is not the leader or organizer of the offense. And the last one, the person told the prosecutor all he knows about sentencing, blah, 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 right? So basically, it's all about when you go debrief, you gotta sit down in a room. And they're gonna ask you a series of questions. right? It's up to them to determine if for them to go back to the judge and say, hey, judge, give him his safety valve. He told us enough information. Okay. You don't have to necessarily get on a stand and say, or go in a room and say, I bought dope from so and so. I did this, I did that. Debriefing, they might ask you, hey, what's your name? What crew you in? Who the leader of the crew? Okay, what position do he do? What do this do? Okay, what about stash houses? What is this? How did the stash houses work? See, you understand what I'm saying? So you're debriefing. You're telling them all about how your system work, how your crew work, and how your crew move. That was Meech's problem. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. Blue mentioned the limo. He said Meech was mad about the limo. When Meech called me, he wasn't mad about the limo. We knew about the limo. The limo came up. Now, but the problem was he debriefed. He went and sat down with the government. If you hear him in his interviews, he said it. He went and said the feds came and got him. He was young, 20 some years old, his first case, and they took him in his room. Now, my thing is, Wack 100 keeps saying, well, where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Let me tell y'all something about the federal government, my nigga. You can't look up a safety valve on the internet. It's not public information. Okay? It's called a safety valve. It's because it's for your safety. Unless they have to open up the valve and bring you into the courtroom. And you got to tell it all, spill it all. You get it? Safety valve. Now, if Blue want to clear all this shit up, is one way to clear it up. Because Wack keeps saying, get the paperwork, right? Well, the facts is Blue is the only person that can get that paperwork. He can get that transcripts. He can get the audio transcripts and the paper transcripts of his time that he spent in the room with them people debriefing. That's all. If he do that, that'll tell what he said and why they gave him 5 years for conspiracy to sell how many hundreds of kilos. But I got nothing against. I loved him like a brother. I hate the fact that we even here. But if I wouldn't have got the call from his boss, which was my other bro, saying that this happened, now I heard they talked some more afterwards and blah blah blah. But then Meech cut him back off. He's telling them that hey, it started from Meech calling Jay Diggs and telling Jay Diggs that I'm a rat. So we all ended up on the phone on a three-way call together. But he's disrespectfully mentioning my name. You know, he got upset about the song.
So it
If you
sound like he might be bitter because he's kind of left out. Maybe
Oh,
you think that's the
I
case?
mean, it's no. So first of all, let's just keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with that too. Definitely, Blue is a big part of BMF. Now, Blue was not the drug dealer in BMF, but Blue was a big. He was damn near the face of the mob outside of Big Meech, and Meech rode with Blue. So yeah, Blue was part of that look. He was all. I gotta give him his credit where his credit was due. He definitely helped put the shine on BMF. Okay, so let's. I'm not gonna take that from him. So with them telling the story. Yeah, he bitter if they don't mention him in the story, which they're gonna have to if they're gonna tell the story right. But at the end of the day, they're gonna have to get to this part of the story, and that's what he's worried about. And this situation right here is what separated our love. It had nothing to do with hate, nothing to do with disrespect. It's all about standing on business, and this business right here is just what I don't get down with the rat. If he wouldn't have had my name in his mouth on these last interviews, I wouldn't even be here doing this, bro. I'm not looking for no clout from this shit. I'm just telling what's real. And that was the situation with Big
And
Meech. I say Wack got a valid point where he keeps saying he ain't seen no paperwork, he ain't seen no paperwork. But Wack is very intelligent. Wack does know what a debriefing is. So tell Wack to tell Blue to supply the debriefing paperwork and it can go away. Hey, listen, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I hope he can clear it up. I pray Blue can clear that up. I don't want that on that nigga. I fuck with Blue. I fucked with Blue. Let's just put it that way. I had to stop with him because of Meech's phone call. But if Blue can prove that none of that happened, I man kindly, politely apologize to that nigga for sure. But I don't think it could happen.
You already know it's Yada.tv.